President Obama's playing golf on Sunday. His 24th golf outing to the St. Andrews golf course. Is that where he was? He likes St. Andrews because the media can't get in there. And they can't see him playing golf, and everybody says that's where he sneaks a smoke. CBS's Mark Knoller, who keeps track of these things, wrote on his Twitter feed that today President Obama ties President Bush in the number of rounds of golf played in office, 24. However, it took Bush 2 years and 10 months to rack up 24 rounds of golf. How deep are we in this presidency?
9.5 months.
President Bush was attacked not for playing too much golf, but for giving golf up.
Do you think these families, Mr. Bush, their lives blighted forever, care about you playing golf? Do you think, sir, they care about you? You, Mr. Bush, you who let their sons and daughters be killed? Sir, to show your solidarity with them, you gave up golf? Sir, to show your solidarity with them, you didn't give up your pursuit of this insurance scam, profiteering, morally and financially bankrupting war. Sir, to show your solidarity with them, you didn't even give up talking about Iraq, a subject about which you have incessantly proved without pause or backwards glance that you may literally be the least informed person in the world. Sir, to show your solidarity with them, you didn't give up your presidency. In your own words, solidarity, as best as I can, is to stop a game. That is the best you can. 4,000 Americans give up their lives, and your sacrifice was to give up golf?
There is something deeply twisted about what's going on over there.
Well, I guess he would not recommend that President Obama give up golf while he's got two wars going on, an economic crisis, which is defined as economic recovery without jobs. We have a 22% real unemployment rate now, and it is going up. But the golf can go right on because we on the left have decided that giving up golf at a time of war would be exactly the wrong thing to do.
The great Bushian sacrifice. An Army private loses a leg. A Marine loses half his skull. 4,000 of their brothers and sisters lose their lives. You lose golf, and they have to pull you off the golf course to get you to do just that, if it's even true.
Well, we're not pulling him off the golf course these days.
Can't get him off the golf course.
14 die in Afghanistan, 150 die in Iraq. Keep on playing, Mr. President. We don't want you acting like Bush.
And if media is operating basically as a talk radio format,
The pathological presidential liar or an idiot in chief.
Oh, he didn't mean that.
then that's one thing. And if it's operating as a news outlet, then that's another. But it's not something I'm losing a lot of sleep over.
Oh, well, apparently he himself ordered this war. Joe Klein, who has been an Obama promoter at Time Magazine for some time, put it this way. Let me be precise here. Fox News peddles a fair amount of hateful crap. Some of it borders on sedition. Much of it is flat out untrue. Then he goes on to say, but I don't understand why the White House would give such poisonous helium balloons, as he names a couple of Fox hosts, the opportunity for still greater spasms of self-inflation by declaring war on Fox.
There is something deeply twisted about what's going on over there.
Joe Klein goes on to say, and this is after saying that we peddle hateful crap that is sedition and is untrue. He goes on to say, though, if the problem is that stories bloated far beyond their actual importance, Acorn's corruption, Van Jones' radical past, are in danger of leaching out of the Fox hothouse and into the general media, then perhaps the administration should be a bit more diligent about whom it hires and whom it funds.
Where's the sedition?
He's saying Fox is right. Fox is right about Acorn and Van Jones. Nonetheless, it's hateful crap, sedition, and flat out untrue.
What's untrue?
I don't know. And then on the Sunday shows this weekend, Nico Pitney of the Huffington Post. Now, this is one of the amazing things to me. He was on CNN's Reliable Sources with Howie Kurtz. Howard Kurtz of the Washington Post and CNN put on as a guest somebody from the Huffington Post, a liberal partisan propaganda operation to criticize Fox.
The White House is taking on Fox News, and it's exactly the right thing to do. I mean, if the Republican National Committee had a television network, how would it be any different? And you have the senior vice president of programming say in an interview that Fox News is the voice of the opposition.
Now, he was referring to a senior vice president of Fox News who we all know here, was my boss for a while I was still doing the TV show.
Wonderful man.
Named Bill Shine, who said that Fox is the voice of the opposition. Did he mean that Fox had decided to be the opposition, or that Fox was just filling a gap no one else was a function no one else in the media was bothering with? Everyone else in the media was worshiping the guy, and Fox was saying, well, hey, wait a minute. What about this and what about that? What about Acorn? What about Van Jones? What about the debt that's being incurred? And John Podesta said, can you imagine any other network doing these things that Fox does?
A pathological presidential liar or an idiot in chief.
Yeah, actually, I can't imagine it.
This advice, Mr. Bush, shut the hell up.
Oh, no.
We don't even come close.
Have anybody on Fox ever done anything like that?
Never.
Directed at the president? Never. You know, nobody's ever said this stuff about the president that we heard as a constant on one of these other networks.
My comments, Mr. Bush, are often dismissed as simple repetitions of the phrase, George Bush has no business being president.
George will, thankfully.
They're all for diversity and everything but thought. And out here is this one channel, Fox, and they're all up in arms because, in the words of Ms. Dunn of the White House, it is opinion journalism masquerading as news, which some of us would say describes the New York Times and certainly MSNBC.
The pathological presidential liar or an idiot in chief.
And Joe Klein of Time Magazine says we're peddling hateful crap, flat out untrue, and it's sedition. He admits, though, the president doesn't like the Acorn and Van Jones stories. He should just be careful about who he gives money to and who he hires. Philip in North Carolina.
I don't know if it's necessarily hateful, but it's often disingenuous, manipulating, misleading.
Like, give me an example.
The birther stories.
Whoa.
Time out.
Whoa, time out.
Mm-hmm.
Birther story on Fox?
We never promulgated that ever.
That's not a Fox story.
That never came on to Hannity?
We belittled it.
No,
Hannity never discussed that?
You go find me an example. Yeah, O'Reilly did discuss
that?
Yeah, he did. He put it down, said it's absurd.
So what did you just say? What did you just say before then? What were you talking about? Because I was just talking about your network, and you just...
I'm saying that Joe Klein says we peddle hateful crap that's flat out untrue and is seditious, that is treasonous. Do you think so? And if you do, give me an example. And I just told you the birthers thing was not a Fox story.
Nonsense.
You blew it.
You're willing to further that type of argument. I would like to know what happened to the mantra on Fox.
Whoa. We didn't further the birther argument at all. In fact, I've said here many times, you birthers are out of your mind, and you're just giving the other side ammunition.
Why out of my mind? I'm asking you. These are direct questions about stories that you had on your network.
No, I didn't have the birther story on this network.
You're so clever, don't you, Philip?
Can you
we
please
just discussed that Glenn Beck, Sean Hannity, and Bill O'Reilly all brought those onto their own individual programs.
They didn't.
You're a liar.
No, they didn't. You can't give me an example. There's no birther stories on Fox. O'Reilly put it down. Beck's not mentioned it. Hannity's given it passing reference, and I said they're idiots.
He speaks your mind, so you're freed up to do other things.
He wanted me to say, spank me, Daddy. But I didn't say it. I said, spank me, John Gibson.
John Gibson.
He said, who's John Gibson? Then he kicked me out.